Hello and welcome to Trails to Azure Part 63. We've gotten most of the team back together. We're currently about to return to the west of Crossbell, presumably to get Ellie somehow. I have no idea how that's going to work, but I'm going to talk to people here first. Sheesh. They've even got a workshop? What don't these Merkabas have? Now I can give Berserker, such a lame name, a little routine TLC while we're waiting around. It's weird to call it routine TLC, because like, TLC is tender loving care. Or tender love and care, tender loving care, I don't know. But like, routine tender kind of well, love, routine love. Oh yeah, you mentioned Guillaume fixed it up for you, right? Yup. But I'm following his advice and only using it when I need to. I still have my halberd chops to fall back on too. Can't afford to let everything old Duggo taught me get rusty. So I'll be having a little menage a trois, gross, with my halberd and berserker from now on, if you know what I'm saying. Haha. It's only the most randy thing I've ever heard. Really though, I wonder how Deputy Commander Douglas is holding up. Well, you know the guy. He's probably sticking to his guns and carrying out his duties, same as always. But underneath that, I don't know how he or Sonia can approve of what's happening. Then again, even if they don't, they're not exactly in a position to rebel like Mireille and the rest of the Resistance. Right. We need to figure out where they stand on all of this somehow. I mean, plot-wise, it wouldn't be shocking if just from a storytelling perspective, if Douglas was in favor because he's reinstated. Maybe he's reinstated because of a personal connection to Mayor Qua that is unknown at present. So he was aware for longer, who knows? Like, a story could go that way. Yeah, that and a million other things. Let's keep our heads in the game and take it a step at a time. Feel free to call on your pal Randy as much as you like, by the way. I'd go on a nice little rampage for you any day. Haha, got it. I'll be counting on you out there. Okay. What party setup do I want? Because I might have Randy. I should definitely just give him at least normal equipment. I really don't know. Chevalier seems kind of bad. But also gives a lot of potential quartz uses, so I don't know. Oh yeah, he's the one that I would equip Dragon Vein on. CP. Am I replacing Wazi? No, he's an arts damage dealer right now. I think I just give Randy Invigorate and Luck? Shackle? I don't know. He's not here for arts, but he does have some. Whatever. I might not use him, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Do I keep Tio? I'm going to figure out how I'm going to set up my team eventually, but here I am, cruising around in a secret airship, surrounded by people with more intrigue than you can shake a pen at. Gah, I can't take it. The journalist in me is about to explode. Grace, you promised Wazi you wouldn't write about any of this, right? I know. No need to get all testy. All I want is to satisfy my own curiosity. Reporter's honor. I have all those notes I took while I was with the Resistance to put together anyway, so don't worry. I won't be writing an article about anything here. I'll hold you to that. Speaking of which, How did you end up with the resistance, Grace? I remember you mentioned there being some sort of trouble that forced you out of the city. Yeah, it's a bit of a long story. You see, the CNS has been getting censored ever since Crossbell declared independence. We haven't been able to publish a single word opposing or criticizing the president and his faction at all. On top of that, they're even policing our routine reporting and communications. President Croix is nothing if not thorough. It's hard to say what lengths he'll go to at this point. He's capable of anything. Well, the bottom line is, I couldn't keep going along with the way they ran the show. It just wasn't journalism. I blew them off and kept covering things my own way until the Defense Force finally caught wind. Crossbell City was getting more and more dangerous for me by the day, so I hitched the first ride out and ended up with the Resistance. Wow, you've been through a lot in these past few weeks. I'm glad you kept yourself safe through it all. I never would have managed if Ryan's didn't find me an escape route. Guy's the best partner a gal could ask for. Anyway, now that I'm here, I'll lend you my help with liberating Crossbell in any way I can. They always say that the pen is mightier than the sword. Just watch me use mine to tear those Defense Force goons a new one. Haha, something like that might actually end up coming in handy. We'll be counting on you, Grace. Are you sure you're not going to write up an article about Yin? I want to believe you, but you aren't making it easy for me. I can just imagine the headlines. Expose. Assassin among Crossbell's favorite troop. The truth behind Yin and Rixia Mao's bust size. Juicy tidbits like these only come once in a lifetime, so come on, get those lips flapping. Please help me, Lloyd. Hang in there, Rixia. I know you've got the fancy footwork to dodge these questions. I can't remember. Did I? I did. I've got to hand it to you, Grace. You truly will stop at nothing to get a scoop. I'd love to talk your ear off right now, but the last thing I need is Abbas tossing me out of the air hatch. But if you keep wheedling me, I just might sprinkle a few kernels of truth in between all the lies, or maybe vice versa. Aw, come on, Wazzy. No need to hold back with me. Forget the kernels and just give me the whole cob. Abbas really has his work cut out for him, huh? I'm just gonna grab this. Again, who are we getting these detective points from? If we're actively working against the Defense Force, but whatever. It doesn't really make sense. The SSS is coming together again, slowly but surely. Once my aid on the Vanguard is no longer required, I will return to supporting you on from the back lines. Yeah, which is the reason I'm not swapping him out yet. This is the only chance we get to use Zeit as a character. Alright, I figured that'd be the case. Until then, I'm counting on you, Zeit. Naturally. And fret not. I fully intend to continue fulfilling my duties as your police dog. Yep. And now we just... maybe they have stuff to say. I don't care. To the Crossbell Highway. I have no idea where we're gonna get Ellie. Like, she might be at the gate. She might be hiding in a forest. I don't know. I'm honestly kind of curious. We'll end up at Bellguard Gate if we head due at west. I'm still not sure if I want to face Sonia right now, though. Understandable. Let's just try to investigate as far as we can manage. We'll have to hide if one of the Defense Force's armored cars comes, though. Indeed. Commander Bales. It could be our advantage if... It could be to our advantage if we found a way to make contact with her. It's one... like... Okay. These things aren't hydras, despite looking like they should be called hydras. They're like hecatonkers, or hecatonker, I don't know. This was a fishing, yeah. This is a... Oh, which one was it? The scent gem really is quite... Oh, it's a Kragrasp. I thought they were hecatonkers or whatever in the previous game. Anyway. I'm just gonna let it sit for a second. Because this is gonna go... And then I'll do this and I'll just attack. Just spam attack will be enough. I thought that maybe it was just a specific version of those. I don't know if I should run down to the right. Oh, wait, maybe it was this sort of version of them? Quetzalcoatl, yeah. Okay. Like, Quetzalcoatl is a bird, not a hand hydra. Whereas this guy's like a hand hydra. I do not know what they're weak to. I'll try Genesis Flood. And... Flare Butterfly. And Avalon Gate. Okay, they're not... Well, I said resist, but they're not that resistant. Let's try Calamity. Let's try Death Spiral. Doesn't hit as many, but Avalon Gate's pretty fun. That hit less hard than Flare Butterfly. And this is the Flood. I don't remember what it was called. Ooh, Death Spiral hit, I think, the hardest so far. I could probably... He probably can't. Let's Flare Butterfly there. And that should kill all of them? Yep. Topaz Gem is defense, I believe? Does anybody have a defense gem? No. 4-2 versus 7. Do I need... I don't think I need the Wind and Mirage here. Because he's not using those. Does he use anything else that requires Mirage? Yeah, Analysis, but I'm never using that because I'm bad about that. Yeah, it doesn't... I don't need the Mirage. Ooh. I can't do Gorgon Breath without a couple Wind. Which is kind of a shame, but it's also not that good. Yeah, let's just make him even tankier, sort of. I think that's probably for the best. He says Adamantine Guard, though he's bad at casting it. Oh, he actually gets enough wind from his Master Quartz. Shield doesn't give him any wind. Wait, he's getting the wind-based earth one from the group of wind gems. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna run towards Cross Bell City, actually. Just on the off chance that there's anything interesting. I really doubt it, but... Okay, these guys definitely resist physical. And they're weak to wind. Weird. But they aren't actually resistant to wind. Let's not let him take damage for no reason. Let's just aerial. That area of effect on that attack is pretty dirty. Okay, nothing down there. Nothing this way. Basically just want to check for anything noteworthy. I assume I can't go here. Oh. A cutscene here is noteworthy. This is the derailment site. The aftermath should be fully refurbished by now, correct? Yeah, even the smaller debris has been cleaned up at this point. Man, though, a train flying off the tracks is usually a pretty big deal. But with everything that's hit the fan, it kind of feels like an afterthought now. That it does. It's no surprise that transcontinental railroad service has been halted for weeks now. I mean, the rails were kaput. They were deleted from reality. I believe the Defense Force is still using their freight line from time to time, however. Figures. Hold on. If the railway is more or less dead right now, wouldn't we be able to walk along the tracks? I really didn't expect this. Oh, I getcha. That's definitely an idea. Perhaps. But do not forget that Crossbell City is still enveloped by that barrier. It would be impossible to breach the city without being detected. Oh, I know. But what if we took the tracks west instead of east? Lloyd, do you mean? You want us to sneak into Bellguard Gate from the railway tracks? I know it's a little crazy, but yes. It might be our only chance to meet with Commander Bales. Her cooperation would be invaluable. We could hardly ask for a more reliable ally. But come to think of it, she wasn't expressly against the transition to the Defense Force, was she? Contacting her at all is a gamble. That is undeniable. True, we could very well be walking into our own arrests. She wouldn't have any choice if we strolled through the front. But if we managed to sneak into Bellguard instead, we could possibly meet with her without anyone else knowing, and then beat her up. In which case, she may be more willing to hear us out and speak freely about how she feels. I suppose it is possible. If Mireille and the Resistance are any indication, I'm sure there are others in the CDF who are still on the fence. Besides, this is Sonia we're talking about. She, out of everyone, knows how to tell between right and wrong. Maybe so, and as harebrained as this idea is, I'm not fully opposed. But keep in mind, if Commander Bales is stationed there, then who's bound to be with her? Damn, I didn't think of that. You mean Noel, don't you? From what you've described, she seemed set in her convictions, yes? So wait, are we gonna get Noel back through this route? That feels boring. I don't think we should get Noel back soon. I think we should get Ellie back and then Noel back later. She seems set in her convictions. Yeah. This is the path we chose to walk. We have to accept that not everyone's going to just step out of our way. As long as we're on opposite sides, there's no avoiding the fact we'll eventually have to go through her. And when the time comes, we're going to do just that, even if it means fighting a friend. Lloyd. He's right. This isn't a problem we can just push to the side. You've really been mulling this over. Well, at least as long as you know what you're getting us all into. Shall we open the fence and make our way onto the tracks then? Yeah, let's go. Please don't force me. Okay, good. I don't want to go there yet. I have other stuff to examine. I have to go to the south to check out if there's anything interesting at... That's a lot closer than I was expecting. That's actually, like, awful. It really shouldn't be blinking that fast. Nope. Anyway, that's that. That is that. Okay. Don't run into them. So, next I'm going to go to the south. If only I could fast travel. There's no point in this. Like, it's just a waste of time. Like, it takes too long to kill him, and you don't actually get anything of value. So, like, there's no point in fighting a fair fight against generic mobs. Now, maybe I'm a little under-leveled, but... How is that a two-battle chain? There was... oh... These guys are kind of worth fighting. Because their drops are semi-rare. Because, like... That's a Curia Bomb, that's not what I thought. I was like, the acerbic tomatoes that the various acerbic tomato Martians... Oh, there. Easy. I'm not reading it because no reason to. Apologies. It's just going to be, oh, we can't enter because there was something about sensors. It's just going to be, oh, we can't enter. They have sensors, they have a gate, we can't climb over, etc., etc. So, like, there's no point in reading that. I could go to the left, but I think I'm gonna, I don't know. Role play. The characters thought of a plan to get through. And since they thought of a plan to get through, they wouldn't just run at the front. The ambush mechanic is kind of annoying. Not because it doesn't... If you're just trying to save time, that's the only time it comes into play. Because, like, if you're actually, like, worried about the enemies, then you can avoid them easily enough. But if you're just rushing to get somewhere, that's about the only time I've ever gotten ambushed. That doesn't make... does it make sense? That doesn't make sense. Because if the dome extends here, it should be like, assuming it's, you know, I mean, it could be a sphere. Well, the angle here is like this, which if it's a sphere, might make sense actually. They might have thought it out pretty well. Because if it's angled like this, then it's, the center is going to be up here because it's Orcus Tower. So it actually makes sense, the position and angle of the... They also shouldn't do this. That's not good for eyes. But... Ooh, nothing. We're being watched? Or not? Evil Guard. I've been working on the chest quotes all the livelong day. I've been working on the chest quotes to pass the time away. That's pretty good. That's a good joke. Evil Guard. Evil Guard is just bad. Evil Guard is just bad. He's going with the super ones. The... True Gladiator and the True Gladiator. I'm not using him, but... Oh yeah, scent gem, so I can't ambush. Okay, why does this have a cutscene? That is so goofy if it's every time. I was thinking maybe it was just the first time, but no. It's not just the first time you do it. I need a better... I just need one other green variant. Like, what's a blind 2? Give 6. Do I need the 2 water? So 4 water, 8 earth. I would still have Holy Breath, but I wouldn't have Tyrol, which would be fine. You know, I wouldn't. Yes, I would. 4 water, 8 earth. That would be fine. Okay, that would be fine for him. But if I swapped blind, I would have less. Or if I swapped blind 2, I could have 2 less wind. From 11 to 9. Yeah, I don't think that's enough. I think I want to keep Holy Breath, and I need 10. And her having Holy Breath is worth a lot more. I wish I took one more wind providing. Oof. 8-4. Anything that gives more wind and is still defensive. I mean, that wouldn't be bad. But I wouldn't be able to get the necessary... I don't need Adamantine Guard at all times. So I'm just going to swap Scent for... I mean, basically anything else. And then hope that I remember to swap it once I'm in actual combat. Genesis Flood's pretty good. Oh, I wish you had... This selection's really bad. She needs more fire. What should I take off of her to remove... She had the full fire set. Like the AoE fire too. No, she didn't, because she's my healer now. He's the AoE. Because yes, he's the one that I'm using for AoE attacks. AoE arts. Well, arts in general right now is Wazi's whole goal. Which means I really should give him ingenuity. But I can't, because in terms of options it's just worse. I just ran into them for some reason. It is indeed everyone's favorite part of these games. Meaningless fights. Okay. Audio too high? Oh, it's way too high. I mean, I would say that killing these dogs would eventually alert people to our attack, but whatever. That's not important to this world. Weird animation there. Burst Orb. I've been training for so long to be a dresser, but I was railroaded into being yet another treasure chest. Pretty good. I enjoy that one. I think there have been better chest messages, but that's a high tier chest message. This is just a generic cutscene that's gonna happen every time we walk, huh? Why? It doesn't add anything. Every other transition doesn't do that. Hyperspikes. Chest.exe, system error. Treasure.dll is missing. I do not know what DLL files really are. I've seen them. Don't know what they are. It seems like they could be download, but that seems unlikely. New boots. Ooh. I mean, it's worse than the Stregas, but it does have the evasion. Okay, they all have the exact same boots. He's a melee. Yeah, I think she has more agility. I think going from 20 to 30 is worth more. It's like, so 0 to 10, you're going from being hit 100% of the time to being hit 90% of the time, which is 10% better. Going from 90% to 80% is more than 10%, a greater than 10% reduction. Going from 80 to 70 is greater than that, so more evasion is better. I tried to press a button, but I'm bad. Beam Zenbur. I never use this. ADF down. That's actually pretty good, I think. If only he didn't knock them away. I mean, it still hit them. Nice. That dog running animation is pretty goofy. Bursto Hatsudo. Every time I hate it. Because it's just the same lines. If there's just a little bit of variety, I think it would help a little bit. Monster eggs. I don't know why I feel like I need to kill all of these guys when I ignore all the generic monsters everywhere else. It just feels like these guys are intended for you to kill every single one of. I'm just button mashing because this combat's not dangerous. It's one of the issues with these games, in my opinion. You know, I'm gonna temporarily switch out his seal for that, so that he can regen a bit. I'm about to run it. There's definitely gonna be combat here. I'm gonna think. So, position-wise, we're about to enter Bellguard Gate. My assumption is there's gonna be a fight. If there's gonna be a fight, then I need to equip Vent on him. I don't think she actually benefits from the earth, because I think the only really noteworthy earth one that she could get would be Adamantine Guard, which would require 8. Other than that, I don't think there's really anything. Ice Hammer is kind of useful. But yeah, that's it. There's not a ton of stuff that can be gained. What is Ingenuity? It was Seal for more fire. No, it wasn't. It was Seal 2. Yeah, I'm just gonna use the EP consumables right here. Because I mean, I have enough of the low tier ones, I think. Yeah, I have 37 of these. I think it's fine to use. I mean, I'm about to probably get a restore point before I have to fight anything, but I shouldn't assume that. Because I think it'd be lame to get a free restore point down here for some reason. Okay, acting like that sneaky at all is kind of questionable. I've been down here before? Yes. Great platform. It's been a while since we were last here. Luckily for us, there doesn't seem to be anyone in the area. That's what happens when the Transcontinental Railroad is out for weeks on end. Not much reason to be sparing any manpower down here. And this is our chance to sneak in. If Commander Bales is around, she'll probably be in the command room upstairs. Though, getting there without being spotted is going to be easier said than done. I can create a diversion if the situation demands it. In any case, we should move quickly. Right, just don't do anything rash. Too rash. Let us head upstairs then. Because yeah, I think there was a quest related thing here. There was a chest somewhere down here, right? Yeah, there's a book. Except I didn't get it, so maybe I haven't been here? Unless that's a new version. How many am I missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm missing 6. I don't think I'm going to get all of them. I probably missed a few. Oh, actually, I kind of want to see what happens if I go this way. Darn. But, like, there's supposed to be a huge hole in the railroad there, right? I give basically 1 to 100,000 odds that we're actually going to be able to sneak anywhere. Stop right there. Of course it's Noel. Beat her up. Beat her up. We're not going to beat her up. She's going to join us. But, Noel, how did she know? Okay, I have to get this, because assuming that she's the one that joins us, I need the image. How did she know? The CDF is aware of more than you realize. That includes everything the SSS has been up to. Now that you've allied yourself with the resistance force in mind, I figured coming here would be the next logical step for you to take. So I've kept an eye on the freight line in anticipation. Questionable. Well, that's just great. She read us like a book. Can't say I'm surprised. Analyzing enemy tactics was always one of your strong suits, Noel, except it almost never got illustrated. We just have to say that it happened, despite not doing a good job of illustrating it. This was the one time I was hoping to be off the mark. This music doesn't fit, because it's like... it's just trying to be sappy, as always. Did you come here to speak with Commander Bales? Yeah, we did. Second Lieutenant Mireille led us to believe they weren't the only ones in the CDF with second thoughts. We came to ask the commander for her opinion on what's happening and what the best way out of this crisis is. You should know, Noel. Fran is working with us too. Now that she's made a full recovery, she wants nothing more than to see her big sister again. I kinda want to just mute the music. Listen, I get it. We're not going to tell you to abandon your duty. You know what, I actually am going to mute it on my side. It's just annoying music. But can't you let things slide just this once? All we want to do is talk things over. I understand that. Oh, now I need audio, cause... But it doesn't matter. You're not going any further than this. Not on my watch. Except, like, she obviously knows she can't win, right? I am a soldier of the Crossbow Defense Force. And that makes it my duty to prevent any insurgents from threatening state security. Noel. Come on. Are you really going to play this card? I'm asking you to withdraw. Please. Though, I mean, this is kind of all the SSS needs to know. If talking to Commander Bales is enough, would clearly be a threat to the security, that seems to mean that Noel, I think, if this was written thoroughly, this would mean that Noel believes that Deputy Commander Bales would side with us, subtly, but like she would help us, which would be a threat, because if Commander Bales was in favor, then there would be no threat. We would walk up, we would talk to her, and then they would send in all their goons. But anyway, I'm asking you to withdraw, please. If you turn around right now, I'll pretend this never happened. I know this won't keep us from coming to blows down the line, but please, at least for now. What happened to that rock-solid resolve of yours? This writing is cheap. It's not good. D. If you were truly committed to the CDF, there wouldn't be room for negotiation. You would have had us surrounded and neutralized the moment we arrived, without a second thought. It really would be so much more interesting if they were willing to make Noel, like, work hard against us. It would be so much more interesting than this. Without a second thought. Yet here you are, pleading for us to leave, using sentimentality to appeal to our emotions. You say you're willing to give your life for the cause, but when it comes down to it, you can't even commit. Lloyd. Okay, stop saying people's names. That's another thing that bugs me. Ouch. Not exactly sugarcoating it, are you? I won't mince words here. The Noel Seeker I knew was never this weak. Boring writing. She would stick to what she believed in without hesitation, no matter what. As you are now, even a simple detective like me could take you in a fight. She was definitely not the strongest fighter in our team. Like, Randy would win, Wazzy would win, and currently Rixia would win for sure. Like, she was in the bottom half of the team in terms of lower combat potential with Ellie, Tio, and Lloyd. Bottom half. 4 out of 7 isn't really half, but... As you are now, even a simple detective like me could take you on in a fight. Do it. They won't. Stop saying names. It's so boring. Slow down, bud. What are you saying? It's simple. You and me, one-on-one. I'll even let you use any weapons at your disposal. If you win, then you can arrest all of us on the spot. But if I win, gross. Lloyd, jump in front of the next train. But if I win, Noel, you're all mine. Creepy. Huh? That's creepy. It's a creepy way to phrase it. He definitely doesn't mean it that way. But it's bad writing, I think. I think even Lloyd wouldn't say it that way. Because he definitely doesn't mean it that way. What are you suggesting? I can't stand seeing you like this. You're lying to yourself. You know deep down that this isn't where you belong. And as someone who cares about you, I'm going to make you come to terms with that. And so let's go, Second Lieutenant Noel Seeker. Good. It's not even going to be a fair fight because I have evasion 100, but whatever. For the love of Eidos. How did it end up? How did it get to this? Irrational as ever, isn't he? Does this happen often? It happens so much that it's frustrating to play. I would go so far as to call it his signature move. Huh. And rightly so. Fine. I'm going to make you eat those words. You're on, Detective Lloyd Bannings. Good, let's settle this. Wow, so cool. 1 damage? What? How can they justify her having 17,000 HP and taking 1 damage? I'm totally willing to reload. This is not a good fight so far. It's just gonna be me. I'm gonna have to spam arts, which doesn't fit at all how I've built this character. Which is the cheapest to spam? Sparkle? Any of the normal. Can I not evade when I'm casting an art? Why is she resistant to Earth? Yeah, because like, oh, if I cast arts with him, it works exactly against the entire design of the character that I've gone for. Because you can't evade when you're casting arts for some reason. Oh, this is so fun. I'm having such a good time in this fight. Wow. So fun. Let's just do this, why not? It would be pretty funny if they let me use... Oh, I really don't want to waste EP charges on this fight. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a turn limit for bonus points on this. But like... I don't think this is a good combat design. Because, like, she has enough defense that I can't deal physical damage. So I have to use arts. But I'm not designed around arts because Void's not good at arts. Oh, this is just such a... These, like, oh... It's just a pain. I'd rather just use the items to heal. Ugh. Because if I don't keep it full HP, she can kill me basically instantly if she uses her S craft. Gotta love these high quality designs for fight. They really are the best, and I lose because I got comboed poorly. I hate this. Great gameplay design. Like, and the fact that using arts makes evasion not work instantly renders everything about this character worthless. And I can get comboed to death? I didn't get comboed to death, that's lucky. Do you have any of these that are good? Septicolor. I should be using these. Any other good ones? VP. Ailments. I have to be at full HP, otherwise I die. None that just restore full HP. Yeah, anything... I kind of want to eat the cat food. Anything that restores full HP. Just... dooms me. I'm dead. It's such good game design, you know? Like, if the moment she joins us, she loses... She goes from 17,000 HP to 12,000, then I will complain. It's classic video game logic, but... But it's just like, oh. I have to keep above 10k, I think. Otherwise, I can die instantly if she gets me. She's gonna S-break soon. Like, sure, it's a hard fight. At least finally they make a hard fight. If after the end of this, if the two of them act like it's a hard fight afterwards, acceptable. But if the moment she rejoins us, which I assume is about to happen, if she then drops by 5,000 HP, it's cheap. It's not a good way to make it hard. Because, oh, if we fight them, they're stronger. But then they join us and they're weaker. It's like not consistent. I hope it is. Why'd I steal Sepith from her? Pant. I won. Forgive me, Commander Bales. There's no need to apologize. Ugh. Aww. It's so surprising. Commander? Oh, crap. I mean, we were just going to talk to her. This writing is bad. Like, if there's no one else here, you're fine. It would appear that we have been noticed. By one person. If she had other people with her, they would have come in first. You realize that your little scuffle was easily heard upstairs, don't you? I was left with little choice but to have the others clear out before they could interfere. Yeah, like, if something was gonna happen and we weren't gonna talk with her, other people would have come. It wouldn't just be her. And like, if other people came, they would go in front of her because she's the commander and she shouldn't be in the front. But clear up before they can interfere. Sorry about that. It has been a long time, Commander Bells. Indeed it has. I have my suspicions about why you've come here today. But why don't we really relocate to the command room and talk things over there? Why don't we not? Why don't we just talk down here where we don't have to walk all the way through an entire military base? Like, talking here would be more subtle. Even if it would be suspicious that she's down here for a long time, it's less suspicious than a large group of people, including a dog, walking through the military base. Shortly thereafter, Lloyd and the others were discreetly escorted to the commander's office. They cleared the air with Commander Bales and Noel while sharing what details they knew about the situation and the Septarian of Zero. This can't be happening. Thank you for informing us. It would seem the clandestine actions of the President and his collaborators are at last coming to light. Hold up, does that mean you're willing to cooperate with us? That, unfortunately, is out of the question. Whether we don the uniform of the CGF or the Defense Force, it is the state who commands the gun, not the other way around. Bad writing. I fully understand that our president may have established the independent state of Crossbelt on illegitimate grounds. Here's the thing. I don't think they established the state on illegitimate grounds. Like, they established the state because he took it over in like a coup adjacent style. It wasn't technically a coup. He was in power. He declared that he controlled it. He declared it was independent, and then he made himself like the dictator. But like, it wasn't established on illegitimate grounds. He gained influence through falsehoods. But that notwithstanding, you cannot break the chain of command for the sake of bringing him to justice. I mean, yes, you can. But whatever. I was afraid you'd say that. I guess that's just how it goes when you become an actual military. That's not how it works. You don't just become a military and actually follow commands all of a sudden. It's not just like, oh, you're a military now. Everything changes automatically. No, there would be a change period. It would take longer than a couple weeks. But whatever. I take it there's no room for compromise. That's correct. Even what were I to say otherwise, consider the capabilities of our new Secretary of Defense, Arius McLean. If, hypothetically, the entire Bellguard unit were to cooperate with you, the main force under his command could easily label us as a rogue unit and suppress us in the blink of an eye. That is undeniable. You telling me that lone wolf's got a knack for being a commander too? Yes. Though working under Sergei likely did him no favors, he still earned his title as Divine Blade of Wind for a reason. Bad writing again. What is the logic of, oh, he got the Divine Blade of Wind title, the title that has nothing to do with commanding others, when the question posed was, huh, he's actually good at commanding others. Like, it has nothing to do with it. Like, I would say his strategic senses are on par with his swordsmanship contemporary, the Brigadier General of Liberal's Royal Army, Cassius Bright. Wait a second. Even if Arius did oppose us, couldn't we petition Deputy Commander Douglas for Tangrim Gate's cooperation? This is a surprise, Seeker. What makes you assume that we would join forces with them? Noel. Haha. That one-on-one fight must have really done a number on her. Questionable writing. Commander Bales, say something were to lead to the public to question the legitimacy of President Kwa and the independent state of Crossbell. I mean, there's nothing justifies President Kwa as legitimate. Like he just declared himself the president. Nothing about that was quote unquote legitimate, but also nothing about it was necessarily illegitimate. And like, if they're saying, oh, the referendum is incorrect, but like, it was already rushed through the moment the referendum came through, so the referendum didn't really matter that much. Like the people still cast the votes the way they cast the votes. It wouldn't suddenly become illegitimate. It would just be, oh hey, he did these things to trick people. It wouldn't then be illegitimate because it was still voted for. Like, the vote would be called into question, and in a proper setting, a new vote should be called and whatever. But like, the votes were still cast the way they were cast, so he wouldn't be illegitimate. It would just be, oh wow, he's an awful person, and literally everyone in the state should be against him now. But whatever. Like, there's nothing that justified legitimacy. How would the Defense Force react if the public learned? What? You don't mean... Haha, let me think. Naturally, it would depend on the extent of their reservations. We would begin by taking a wait-and-see approach. Or, at least, that's how I imagine it. This writing is so bleh. I see where this is going. The only iffy part is figuring out how we convince the public that Kwa and his independent state are legally invalid. But like, again, legally has nothing to do with it. Legality has nothing to do with this. Like, there was nothing that legally allowed the state of Crossbell to declare independence, right? They can declare it, but if the other countries attack them for it, they attack them for it. Like the laws that they would have to... my understanding is there's no governing body that properly establishes the legitimacy of a country in this world, it seems. Like, there was like, the Holy City of Arteria has to agree, but then other countries also have to agree, and no one's going to stop the Calvard or the Empire from attacking. It's like the legal validity isn't relevant because there is no legal establishment for declaring independence. Like, it's kind of iffy that they're emphasizing the legality and not the morality. But whatever. Convince the public that Qua and his independent state are legally invalid. Good point. I think I can guess what Ellie's expertise in these matters would tell her if she were here. After all, she more than any of us would know the key to our plan. Speaker McDowell. Oh, you want to find Mademoiselle's granddad? Now that you mention it, he did serve as one of the two lead representatives of Crossbelt, didn't he? Yep, yes. And the second was none other than Mayor Qua. Speaker McDowell's position on the issue has been suppressed ever since Crossbell's independence was declared. What would happen if he were given a platform to finally express his views to the entire state, the entire continent? The legitimacy of the president and founding of the independent state would likely come into question. But it's already questioned by everyone outside the state. It's literally only being enforced by force. Like, the only way it is viewed as independent right now is because the only reason it's being viewed as independent right now is because of a force of arms. Like, there's no like legal basis. Like, it's just military might that is keeping any other countries from active. Well, basically just the two countries. Like, every other country is only going along with it because of military might. Like, it's not going to change outside opinions. It might change individual opinions, but not like government level opinions. Legitimacy would come into question, and so would their authority over the defense force. Brilliantly deduced. You didn't even need me to give you a hint. Second Lieutenant Seeker. Speaker McDowell is being held in Michelin, correct? Why would it be Michelin? Why would they not keep him within the dome? That doesn't make any sense. What? Yes, ma'am. He and Ellie are under confinement at the state guest house. If I remember correctly, the President and Secretary of Defense had the Red Constellation stationed there. And just to confirm, there are no Defense Force units in Michelin at present. Yes, that's right. Where are we gonna get a boat? Commander Bells. Oh dear. Oh, we don't need a boat. We can fly. Oh dear. I may have just accidentally leaked confidential information to outsiders. Please pay it no mind. Forget everything you just heard. Hee hee. Ah, you're a real one, Sonia. What a fortunate slip of the tongue. One other thing, Second Lieutenant Seeker. You're fired. Regarding your one-on-one bout earlier, I regret to inform you that your commitment has, in fact, come into question. Yes, ma'am. I considered placing you on an indefinite suspension. However, I have a more fitting punishment in mind. Instead, I'm having you reassigned to the Crossbow Police Department's Special Support Section, despite the fact that the Crossbow Police Department doesn't exist anymore. Effective immediately. While there, find what it is that you still lack within yourself, as well as what path you should be walking for the sake of Crossbow's future. And that is an order. Am I understood? Yes, ma'am. Shortly thereafter, Noel gathered her belongings and boarded the Merkaba alongside Lloyd and the others. As always, this writing is bad. Fran, who was there to welcome them back, wordlessly took Noel in her arms, sobbing all the while. If only the image was more accurate. Fran took Noel in her arms, but this is Noel taking Fran in her arms, because Fran's too short. Sobbing all the while. As she tried to comfort her younger sister, Noel's eyes, too, began to brim with tears. I hate that song. I'm glad that song was gone the moment it got to the part that's bad, because it's overly repetitive. We found a new landing spot. Potential landing spot detected at Michelin. Sending you the coordinates now, Fran. Nod. Sniffle. Sigh. Just how long do you plan on crying? People are going to make fun of you if you keep it up. You're the one who won't leave her alone about it, Noel. I'm a little envious of you two, to be honest. Hee hee. Sorry, everyone. Click-clack, I got it. It's near Michelin's Hotel Delphinia. Is it going to be on the, is it going to be on the beach? Oh, called it. Lakeside Beach, to be exact. Hey now, there's a blast to the past. Isn't it blast from the past? Although this beach trip is going to be anything but a vacation this time. I think it should have just been, although this beach trip is going to be anything but a vacation. Because this beach trip, this time, you don't need both, I think. Like, although this beach trip is going to be anything but a vacation. Now wait a gosh darn minute. You all had a fun little playdate at the beach? Well, yeah, we did. Was this? No, we had Tio back, right? It was after the trade conference. I can't believe what I'm hearing. Why didn't anyone invite me? I like having fun in the sun too. Don't look at us. We were there on someone else's mirror ourselves. Thinking back, that entire trip may have had an ulterior motive behind it. Likely so. Never mind that. What matters is that we have our next destination. We also know the red constellation will be guarding the area. There. Can you tell us anything about their numbers, Noel? If I recall correctly, they should have one full company stationed. I'm not sure we can engage them with our current numbers. That's not great. Maybe we should split them up somehow, like with a diversion. In that case, I'll go. No. Ah, he's gone. I don't get to use him anymore. No, allow me the responsibility. Luring them away will be simple if I return to my original form. I mean, if you return to your original form, couldn't you fight them? Zeit, are you sure about this? While I did pledge to you my aid, with all of the comrades you have assembled, my help is soon to be unnecessary. You can consider this my final gesture of assistance. We'll take it. Thank you, Zeit. Yeah, appreciate the pal. Not to bring the mood down, but even with his help, we still have our work cut out for us. Even still, this isn't just a rescue operation for Speaker McDowell. Ellie needs our help too. Be ready for anything. We'll bring them back no matter what it takes. Right? Hell yeah. Roger that. Zeit has left the party. Noel has joined the party. Noel learned armed forces. I don't know what armed forces is. I'm going to talk to them later. As in next time. But before that, I need to upgrade her. She is upgraded. Is everyone upgraded? Nice. Okay, what's her HP at? So I can complain. Yeah, she only has 11,000 HP. For some reason, she lost 25 to 30% of her HP. Huh, it makes so much sense. Like, come on, don't do that. Okay, like, why give her a defense 3? Okay, she's a physical attacker. All she's gonna do is attack people. Oh, because Shield Breaker. I mean, Shield Breaker is probably not bad. I don't know what I'm gonna equip her with. Okay, I mean, I'm not gonna equip Defense 3 centrally. What do I think I used... What did I have equipped on her? Yeah, I have no idea what I had equipped on her. Wing is probably really good on some specific characters. Maybe I should give her this one, actually. Actually, no, I think this one probably combos better with her because it has Earth. So that plus Earth here is pretty good. Do I want Shield Breaker? I think I want to prioritize Fire. Well, no, I don't want to prioritize Fire. I want to prioritize Attack 3, specifically. So I think Shield Breaker Attack 3 is better for damage. I think a Hit 3 would be useful. As well as... I mean, Confuse wouldn't be bad, but the Step's value is pretty crummy. Do I have Detection on anyone? I have it on her. I'll leave it there for now. I think as long as I have it on her, I don't need it on anyone else. Do I have anyone else with a Heaven's Eye? Or Eagle Eye? Heaven's Eye on him. Or 2. I could maybe swap it for this. That might actually be better. Putting the EP cut here might be better on him. That would be more Mirage and time. Which it would be 3 more time. It would bring me to 10 time and 10 Mirage. I would lose 2 fire. I think that's fine. I'm actually going to equip EP cut 3 here. And I can put anything here. More EP? You know, that is where I should equip Ingenuity. Except I need more. I'll give it Intimidation for now. Then I'll put Ingenuity here. So what I'm looking for are Utility Quartz. Luck would be nice, but not really that beneficial. Range is only arts. It doesn't affect shooting, I'm pretty sure. Blind type ones wouldn't be bad. Action. If I have an action 3 would be really good. Oh no, what I really need to equip on him, I guess in actual fight, instead of Intimidation, Ingenuity, I need to equip Cast. Like higher cast speeds are important. So I'll need to give that to him. What are good rock or... Hey, evade wouldn't be bad. Just making her harder to hit. She has some arts, not the best, but she will hit a lot harder. Best gun, best armor, basically best that. I'm going to go with... What is Machette Paws. I could put another Machette Paw. I don't think her crafts are that good. They're not bad, but I don't think they're especially good. Team Rush Up wouldn't be bad. High accuracy. You know what, sure, let's give that to her. Make her, like, perfectly accurate. 120% accuracy. So she should never miss. I don't know, it might be bad. And it's probably better to give the prevents ailments to someone else, but... That's the setup I'm gonna go for now. Leg Breaker. Might be worth picking up. Oh, I definitely want more action 3s. I think that's the last one of any actual value. He's one, or she's one I have an action on. That gives move -1, which is fine for her because she has really high range. Actually, I think... No, he's Arts caster. Arts don't need range either. He doesn't need to be able to move quickly, because Arts have infinite range. Anyway, I'll stop here again. For today, I stop here. Next time, it'll be talk to people in the Merkaba again, and then go to Mishalam to get the last party member. Yay! Because then we'll get her, and then it's going to be some external questing, then internal questing, and then it's going to be the final dungeon in like another 10 hours. Anyway, that's where it's stopping for today. Have a good day. Bye-bye.